We want to wish everybody happy Lunar New Year, by the way. Happy Mardi Gras. We got a laundry list here because this is a big day. Happy start to the Mariners' 50th season. Today is their first full squad workout down at spring training. You saw how cold it was outside. Of course, they're down in the desert dancing.
Yes.
We're going to get to all of that in just a little bit here.
But first, it's time, of course, to talk a little Winter Olympics. The games are, of course, happening in northern Italy, and we're trying a little Italian treat every single day.
What a score here. There's nothing like an afternoon gelato break.
I know.
Gelatiamo's Gelato is a Seattle favorite. In fact, it was 30 years ago that Maria Coasin, I should say, she opened up her first artisan gelato shop 30 years ago, started making the delicious stuff just like she learned to make in her beloved Italy. And ready for a few facts about gelato, because I know you've just probably eaten it.
I'm just eating right now. That's all I'm doing.
Right? Gelato has actually less fat and less air than traditional ice cream. That's why it kind of has that denser, silkier texture. Typically served 10 to 12 degrees warmer, in fact, than ice cream, which sort of boosts the flavor and makes it creamier, maybe even easier to eat. Flavors vary by region. Northern Italy leans towards the creamier flavors like hazelnut, chocolate, while Sicily flavors nut, citrus-based, such as pistachio and almond. So, did you even know there was all that to know about gelato?
I really didn't, but what I heard from you is that there's no calories in gelato, because you said,
sure,
it was healthier.
It's open to interpretation. I think you should file it away that way. We don't have to dig too deep when it comes to gelato because it's delicious.
I don't think so either.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have do you lean towards fruit,
this one I just tried, tiramisu, was delicious, but I'm always a chocolate girly for sure, and then pistachio, also fabulous.
I'm a hazelnut guy. Pretty much anything with hazelnut, I'm in.
Okay, well, fair enough. Moving right along, too, to talk about Team USA's Blade Angels. They hit the ice today, kicking off their quest for figure skating medals. The Blade Angels is the nickname for these three, Amber, Alyssa, and Isabeau. And yes, it's a nod to Charlie's Angels. The ladies received superstar treatment with an introduction from the one and only Taylor Swift. Listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Amber, Alyssa, and Isabeau, three American showgirls on ice who will capture your heart with their stories. When you can skate like you're meant to be out there, history has a funny way of showing up. They're teammates and friends. They call themselves the Blade Angels.
How cool is that? The United States was expected to dominate figure skating in Milan, but we have yet to even win a medal in an individual event. Today's competition is the women's short program. What do you think about that?
Dramatic comeback. We said dramatic comeback. You got to believe, right? I mean, look, in Seattle, the Super Bowl snuck up and got us all when we weren't paying much attention. So it can be the same thing. I mean, at least that's how I like to channel it, as, hey, a big dramatic finish here. Let's go.
I know. And the ladies, and they're just that sisterhood, the belief in themselves. It's pretty amazing to watch. And usually you see just such stiff competition between each other. So the fact that they're all rooting each other on and they even have a cute nickname, it should be.
Right? I mean, a lot of these stories we're talking about are the meltdowns and the things that went wrong and the quad god and these things that just are kind of tragic, tough human moments. But this should be really fun. You know, we said, they're already winners because they're at the Olympics. They are the 1%, and it's pretty special. So
it is, for sure.
All right. Well, as she said, no medals for Team USA and pairs figure skating yesterday, but the U.S. did strike gold in women's monobob. I watched this. This was fun. The event also, basically, it's a solo bobsled race. So it's just one of you going, all the way down. One of the athletes handles everything. The push, the drive, the balance, the speed. She just pushed, ran, jumped in. The most decorated woman athlete in the sport, 41-year-old American, Ilana Myers-Taylor. Way to go. The only thing missing in her storied career so far was a gold medal, and now she got it, and better yet, she got it in front of her sons cheering her on. How cool.
You finally got the one color that eluded you. Put that into words.
I can't put it into words. I can't believe it. It took so many people to get here. It took so much work for everybody. Like my husband, my kids, my nanny Macy, my nannies along the way, my parents, everybody. I'm just so grateful right now. It's just so amazing to finally have done it. I finally broke through.
You shared that moment with your two boys, Nico and Noah, who you said you were dedicating this Olympics to. just describe the emotion to be able to share that with them.
I can't. I mean, to be able to have them down there, I think Noah's mad that I left him a little bit, but I hope one day he understands what this all meant and what he had to sacrifice to get here too, because my kids have sacrificed so much, and they're so wonderful, and like, I'm just so grateful.
Chills.
Pretty amazing.
I mean,
right?
come on. They're going to look back at their mom and just be so proud of her that she accomplished her dream. And it's never too late, I feel like, to accomplish your dream.
And some of these athletes, the Michael Phelps, and sort of took us behind the curtains a little bit with the training and how intense it is and how it just takes over your entire life. And before you're awake, they're training. When you go to sleep, they're training in some obscure place. So to get to see that raw emotion spilling out.
She had one of the best reactions, I feel like, that I've seen.
Isn't that what you want the
in
reaction
winning
to be?
gold. Absolutely. It makes me tear up just thinking about it.
Because we watch a lot of these games even here at the office with the sound off. So sometimes we look up and we go, are they happy or sad? Did they win or did they lose? We're not sure by the emotion. That very clearly was
Yes.
I won. Way to go.
And we want to talk about hockey, too. The women's hockey gold medal matchup is set. It will be Team USA versus Team Canada on Thursday. These two have battled for gold in almost every Olympics since the sport began in 1998. Team USA already beat Canada 5-1 earlier in the games. So this is a rematch, and it will feature 5 Seattle Torrent players, 4 skating for the U.S. and 1 for Canada. I actually had a lot of those women on the show. Hannah Bilka, who's gotten several, goals in the Olympics. It's been incredible to watch. I need to go to a game.
It's a great way to turn up the juice for the Torrent, right? Because a lot of people haven't been yet, and you say, wait, some of our stars are showing off on the world stage, and pretty cool, and they deserve it. So this is great.
Definitely. And we're also celebrating a few big occasions outside of the Olympics. Today is both Mardi Gras and Lunar New Year. It's a rare calendar overlap that won't happen again for decades. There are several Mardi Gras celebrations happening in Columbia City tonight, including the annual Sidewalk Second Line Parade at 5 p.m. And most of Seattle's major Lunar New Year events happen around the holiday, not on the specific date itself, with another big celebration in the International District coming up on March 7th. The Year of the Horse.
The Fire Horse.
Ooh. And then Mardi Gras king cake tradition. I guess you're supposed to look for the baby.
The baby or something that they'll have tucked in. So we've cheated. We've hidden the baby.
I know. Oh,
right
I
here.
see it. I see it. And then
Not to
it's
be
good
confused
luck,
with the chocobo.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, there's all sorts of symbolism in a lot of these things. But, when it comes to cake, do we really need to look for meaning?
No.
Can't we just celebrate it?
I think everything is just, I'm celebrating. There's a lot to celebrate today.
Yeah.
Like, I got my gelato, I got my cake.
And
I'm going to be on a sugar high.
And I would imagine you've informed a lot of people that this is not just your ordinary Tuesday. Like, there's a lot going on.
It's
so when you see
actually
people
because you're
dressed up
here,
and
Chris
juiced up-
Cashman.
So, no, thank you.
We did this all for you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, today is also the start, added to the list, of the Mariners season. Technically, pitchers and catchers reported to spring training in Peoria, Arizona just last week, but today is that first full squad workout, and the Mariners are tops of the world, right? First baseman Josh Naylor has already been spotted giving treats to clubhouse pup Tucker.
So cute.
Which is
Love
one
that
of those
video.
highlights. If you've never done the spring training thing, it's just a different version there. Pitchers Logan Gilbert, Emerson Hancock brought some news fans to the dugout. Uncle Cal, of course, making sure to get in a little baby time, too. This has got to be the most fun, right? This is sort of like going back to college a week or two early.
Yes, that's
You're
such
not
a
really
good way
working
to
that
put
hard,
it.
right?
No, I mean every
Work
video
week,
I've
as they
seen.
called it in the Greek system, right? To get to go back there, they all get to see each other, be a little bit more human. They get to bring their babies. A lot of their family comes with them. It's a special
know.
time. Once upon a time, I went down to feature it on TV to
You
show you
did?
what it's like to go down to spring training. And my favorite part were the snowbirds. I think about them all the time. The people who leave here when the weather
The
gets
behind the
gross,
scenes,
they take their
yes.
RV, they go to Arizona, and they live there until spring training is over, and then they come on back when the weather's nice
Is
here.
this something that you might be looking
I've
forward to?
thought about it ever since, and
Okay.
that was a good 15 years ago. That lifestyle seemed all right. The guy told me, I said, what do you do every day? Whatever I want to. That was
There
the
you
answer.
go.
Rinse
I
and
kind of
repeat.
feel like we're doing whatever we
Spring
want
training,
to, too.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
living the dream here as well. Maybe not with the warm weather, but that's okay.